good, YouTube? It's your boy Trev, and I just wanted to make a quick video because I kind of got inspired, and it's in the most surprising way. Like, I was watching this fucking movie right here. This movie, Pinocchio, by Guillermo Toro. This movie is fire, bro, and it's got me thinking, like, you know, I'm like not like a super movie guy, but I love me a good movie every now and then. And I damn sure love me some animation. But man, this movie right here, it was so good I had to see this twice. Like, this movie was amazing. It had a great life lesson. It's an animated film. It's a classic film about Pinocchio. I haven't seen Pinocchio since I was a kid, but I love this movie so much that I had to make a video about it because it had a great life lesson. This movie was dark. It was beautiful. It was inspiring in a way. And I just have so many thoughts about this and a life lesson you could take away from it. And I also saw that Puss in Boots movie, and that's really good too. And it has a similar life lesson and life message. So I wanted to talk about both of those and how you can apply this to your life. And, you know, I'm cleaning out my apartment a little bit. So, you know, I'm just cleaning it out and I'm watching movies and I'm doing my thing. But man, I had to talk about this film and Puss in Boots because these two movies are the definition of great movies. And we rarely see that nowadays with all the pandering and the nonsense and everything like that. But these two movies right here, must see movies. And, you know, I'm not going to sing their praises all the video, but, you know, I'm going to talk about some things. I'm not going to spoil too much of it. But boy, I love these movies because these movies, they teach a valuable lesson about valuing life. And, you know, a lot of people nowadays, they don't value their lives and they throw their lives away unconsciously, or they don't appreciate what they have in life. But these two movies right here, they'll teach you and give you a lot of thoughts about how you should live your life and what you should value the most in life. Because, you know, I'm not going to spoil the movies, but I'm going to give a summary. If you know the story of Pinocchio, basically it's a wooden puppet who turns into a real boy, or he wants to be a real boy. And this movie does like a dark kind of twist on it, where it's in I think World War II era with Mussolini and a couple other different subject matters. But it's really good. And, you know, one of the things about this movie is Pinocchio, since he's a puppet, he can't die. So since he can't die, he constantly dies in this movie, and he's reborn and born again and born again. And I'm not gonna spoil anything else, but he's doing that over and over again. And each time something happens to him, he learns something new about life and death and humanity, and it's like a different take, and it's beautiful in a sense. Because imagine if you could like die over and over again, and what would happen to your loved ones, and you just keep going on. And, you know, what would you do if death meant nothing to you? If life meant nothing to you and you could just keep respawning? It would take away the impact of death and life, in your opinion, and it defines what do you define as being a real human being. And it's just crazy because this movie does an interesting take on that, and I like that it wasn't too grim, but it wasn't too lighthearted either, and it was beautiful. And you can kind of see, like, oh, he's starting to value life. He's starting to become a real boy and a human in a sense by going through these tough things. And, you know, earning the love of his father and saving his father and a lot of other things. Just basically the traditional story of Pinocchio, but in a different way. And it just taught me a lot about life because, you know, we all take things for granted in life. We all don't necessarily take responsibility, and we don't value life the way we should. And, you know, this movie does a great lesson of teaching that because, you know, he can't die. He just spawns over and over and over again. And then things just go by and things happen and people use him. And it's just an interesting way how he learns to value life compared to the original Pinocchio, which is a little bit different, a little bit more positive, but also kind of dark. The original Pinocchio is really dark. Like, I actually saw it recently again, and that movie is dark. I can't believe I watched that as a kid. But, you know, I'm going to use like a lot of lessons from this story to my real life because we should value life more. And I'm going to kind of segue it right now into Puss in Boots, which has the same message in a sense, but different because Puss has 9 lives. So he dies. Well, I'm not gonna spoil that movie either, but it's out. But he dies, and, you know, cats have 9 lives, and he's on his last life. And I'm not gonna go any further, but, you know, in that movie, he also learns to appreciate his life and enjoy his one life and make it the most he can in that movie. And these two movies, they're just weighing heavy on me because they're so creative and they're so interesting And it's like we all could learn something from these movies and how they treat dealing with life, because we should live our lives to the fullest. We shouldn't waste our lives. And even if we have infinite lives, or if we have only a set amount of lives, or if we have our one life, like real life, we should never waste these lives. We should value life. We should appreciate life. We should appreciate people. And, I've got that takeaway from these two great movies. And, it's a wonderful day out here. I'm cleaning my apartment, and I'm valuing my apartment, and I'm valuing everything in life. And I just wanted to talk about these two movies because they have a great message. And the writers, Chef Kiss, because these themes are amazing. These themes are amazing. And, a lot of people like to downplay animation and say, oh, it's for kids, it's for kids. But no, these animated films, they deal with more adult issues than real adult issues. Because a lot of shows or a lot of movies, they just pander to people and they don't have any messages, and they're damn sure not entertaining. Like, they're boring. Like, the last movie that I truly enjoyed in the theaters was either, I think, Avengers Endgame or Maverick Top Gun, because those two movies were pretty good to me, and they were entertaining, and they had good messages, story beats, and it was done in an interesting, refreshing way. But these two movies are probably the last movies I've enjoyed in the last couple years, because these movies are just amazing, and they have great life messages and great scenes. And I'm not going to spoil it. I'm just going to tell you to see these movies because they're amazing. They teach amazing lessons in life, and that's what we should always learn, and we should always pick up in life, because, if we get these little gems from anywhere, they can majorly affect our lives in a positive way. And then, kudos to the writers, kudos to the creators. They put a lot of thought into these movies. And, I put a lot of thought into my life. And, this movie reflects something like that, which I'm going through right now, and which a lot of people are going through. And that's just appreciating life. But hey, that's my message for today. See these movies, clean your apartment, do what you got to do. It's Tuesday. I'm getting my taxes together also. Oh, the whole thing sucks. But yeah, it's like, do that. Value your life. Do what you got to do. There's a lot of nonsense going on in the world. But, there's nothing wrong with valuing your life for what it is and trying to improve it where you can. Like, comment, subscribe if you guys like this message. If you want me to do more reviews or anything like that, I'll do that in a certain way, but I'm just going to add different things to my videos, and I'm going to do a little more editing because I feel like I'm getting better and more confident with editing, so I'm going to put more work in towards that. I'm also going to drop a vlog at the end of the month when I go on my little business trip / vacation. I don't know what to call it, but I'm going to do that. I'm going to bring you guys a different sort of view besides me just walking around outside or just making videos in my apartment. So I'm going to bring you guys a different location, a different state, a different city, and I'm just going to give you a little more insight into my personal life. But I'm not going to give you too much, but I'm going to give you a digestible amount, a little bit of Trevor cuisine, as I say. But yeah, I'm going to give you guys some of that, and just have a great day. Stay up. It's Tuesday. Don't get down on yourself, and just keep going, man. Keep going and just enjoy life and figure it out, all right? Y'all have a good one. Peace out.